Transmission incoming. Connected.
It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Leave it in.
No,
Yes.
I want the first thing that our listeners to hear is Connor going, "Oh shit,
Oh shit, that.
shit."
We need a bloopers reel. We need a bloopers reel. We do.
Oh God, yeah, it would be long.
That's
No.
what she said.
It would, yeah.
I'd love to put a reel together. I'd love to put a reel together of just like Connor swearing, just all his different swear
I'll
words.
put a
just
Christmas song
from, like,
over
all
it.
the
Dub it.
different
Or we just make a
episodes.
like a supercut of Connor's
Like,
rants. I
Yeah.
feel like it could be about a good half hour long, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if we bring in Eldar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Shall I say some stuff? Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
We might as well.
Go on.
So,
Here now.
welcome to episode 13 of Rogue and Blasted. So this will be our
Oof.
final episode of
keep this
2025. We're going to be recapping on the last year, tackle a couple of what might be some very grimdark would you rathers from Connor, and stick around at the end. We're going to see who is fighting who and who would win. So this week we've got James, Connor, Dan, and myself.
Yo.
Hello.
So Connor is going to kick us off with something brutal, I think.
You'll know if this gets kept in the final cut or not. So, well, your options are the first one I have, right? Would you rather be flayed alive by a Drukhari, but they keep you conscious forever? They keep you conscious forever, so you're constantly out forever, or be turned into a living wall panel on a hive world that people lean on daily?
Living wall panel. Easy win.
Right. I think this is a little bit like the one from a couple of weeks ago where they're both just terrible. Really,
Well,
really
that's what it should
horrible,
be.
aren't
If it's grim dark, there shouldn't be a good option.
they? Correct. You're right. All right. Thanks, Connor. James, what do you reckon? You look pretty shaken. You okay? Do you need a minute?
I think perhaps I could learn to love the pain. You know, I'm tipping this on his head.
See, oh,
Because Connor's always about context. He's always about context, isn't he? You see, and he didn't say that pain, the feeling of the pain, was always refreshed.
He said,
So I'm thinking-
it says be flayed alive by Drukhari, but they keep you conscious
Yeah.
forever. So I suppose once you've been
Yeah.
flayed, you're just there as a flayed one forever, I suppose.
I would pray to Slanesh and devote my soul,
Now-
because I might as well,
Now, I'm going
and
to
then
put
I
a
would
spin on
enjoy
this.
that pain and be in eternal bliss.
I'm going to ruin your fun here, James, right? You've been taken by Drukhari. You're in Comorra,
Yeah.
the one area where Slanesh can't get to them. So you're praying to no one, mate.
Well, then I'll pray to all the other gods I can think of.
I've got a valid point, though. It's true.
Until I'll pray to Nurgle. And I'll be blessed with some kind of disease. And then I won't feel the pain, and that pain will actually just be pleasurable. Because I'll be infected with some kind of horrible disease.
Okay.
So I'm going for that.
All right.
Okay.
Connor?
I would probably be the wall, because, at least you'll be there forever, won't you? It's a wall. You're dead, aren't you? You're a wall.
Dan, you reckon the wall as well, did you say?
I'm leaning towards the wall.
Hey.
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 It's given me big vibes of. Have you guys read? I think it's called the Tomorrow War, maybe, or Tomorrow.
He's got to intellectualize it, hasn't he? God.
Well, there's the species in it called the
Sorry.
Bit of Brooklyn love.
Is this
it
the one-
Altamann's Forever War?
Maybe that's what I'm
I've read
thinking
that.
of. There's like an alien species, and they turn everyone into basically that. Like they capture Earth and turn all the human people into just it's like a waste disposal system, and so we're all just like fleshy cubes that can't move anymore. And I don't know why, but I was like, that sounds better than being flayed. Like you're still being useful. I like it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why do I still do this podcast? Hey, what is this all about?
Because you love it, James. It's the highlight of your week, mate.
What
I do
I've
have a
noticed,
question,
James,
that's
what
all.
I've noticed about your answers is that you're always very you always take this reluctant stance of like, oh, I suppose I could just be tempted by the dark powers.
He doesn't need much temptation, does he? He doesn't need it.
No, he folds like a towel. It's just
He
like,
does.
oh,
He folds like a
All right.
towel.
yeah. All right,
Fucking
fine. I'll
Lord.
worship the dark. Oh, yes,
And do have a Christmassy one if you want, and then I can give it over to Dan.
all right, yeah, give us a
Let's do a
Christmassy one.
Would you rather be turned into Servitor Santa, endlessly delivering supplies you'll never enjoy, or be one of the children processed into corpse starch holiday rations?
Have you even thought of
13
this?
episodes! 13 episodes it took to get you to this point, boys!
I have a question.
Fire away.
I have a question. So, and why does it have to be children? Does it have to be children? Well, okay. Anyway, so this person being processed into starch, what? Maybe I'm going to regret asking this. What is the method for becoming said starch? Is it quick?
Tell you
Or is
what,
it?
I'll tell you what, I will ask.
How on it?
Hang on, this is live, everyone. How do you get turned into corpse starch?
And to put into a cornstarch mince pie.
Getting turned into corpse starch is horrifyingly mundane. No ceremony, no villain monologue, just bureaucracy. Corpse starch is a processed human remains that is, once the person has been put to death, is ground down into a massive meter and then flattened into wafers or blocks.
What? Yeah, but my question is, how do you get put to death?
No,
That's the
Shot in the head.
part of that.
shot in the head. I don't know. Last gun to the back of the head.
Quick, I reckon.
Quick.
Death
Yeah.
by
They don't want to
combat
wait.
service,
They're probably not even shot, to be fair. They need those resources. You'd be stabbed. You'd be shagged with a bayonet, I reckon. Something simple.
Or you just be pushed in the machine.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's
just in
like
the
a
machine, big
hopper
meter.
just going down into like a spinning grinder, and you
Yeah.
just they
Yes.
just put you into it.
Yeah.
So it's all
Yeah.
Or you can be a Christmas servitor sending gifts and delivering supplies that you'll never enjoy forever. Okay. James?
Honourable. Honourable. Grind me up, turn me into a Christmas cornstarch mince pie.
And on his way down, he'll be like, "Oh, giving himself to the dark powers."
Yeah.
make me a Slaneshi pie.
Yeah, tastes better.
Covered in oil.
Covered in oil. Yeah,
Oh,
oil,
you
the oil.
dirty bastard.
There we go.
What do you reckon, Connor?
I like the idea of me being a Christmas ornament, to be honest with you.
Ornament.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I like the servant. Basically,
I'd put a little Connor on my tree.
You're just dead on the inside delivering presents. So you're Royal Mail at this time of year, aren't you? So I would be the Christmas Santa servitor.
Nice. Would you keep that shirt?
I would have a little hat on as well. My face would be like the whole time.
Merry Christmas. Bit of
Amazing.
drool.
Yeah.
Dan, any?
It's quite difficult to beat both of those answers, to be quite honest. I think. What
Does it remind you of a
flavour
novel that you
corpse
once
starch? No, nothing fun or relatable. I feel like the servitor's the correct answer here, right?
Yeah, but
Because
that's
then at least you're
no
alive.
hesitation from James, though. No hesitation from James. Mince pie me.
Just
Mince
like
pie me.
mince
Yeah.
pie me.
You make a pack out of him easy.
Or shortbread. Shortbread, Christmas
You
shortbread.
don't have shortbread at Christmas, do you? Do you?
Yeah.
Does
You
the
can have
Imperium
shortbread all
even
the
have
time.
Christmas?
It's just a shit Christmas present shortbread, isn't it?
No, I like a bit of shortbread. I'd be happy
No,
with that.
but unless it's your nan and you get it for the box. People who have the shortbread don't even have it. They just it's a shiny tin.
Anyway.
Right, sorry, I virgin off. Sorry.
Cool. Thanks, Connor. Those were suitably grim. Appreciate that. Dan, have you got a PG one?
It was pretty boring in comparison to those ones, I think, in the end.
Okay.
It was...
All right.
We can do it anyway. It was, would you rather meet a Necron or would you rather meet an Orc boy in real life?
See, the missing information is in the word meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we having tea and biscuits. We're going for a
Yeah,
shop in the
yeah.
park. we're going for dinner.
You're
we have
walking down the road,
Walking down the road.
and you
What,
accidentally
like-
sort of like bump into somebody, and you turn around, like, oh, sorry, and it's either a Necron or an Orc.
Oh,
And
Skull
we'll have
Crusher,
all
I
of
haven't
the
seen you in
potential
years.
reactions that it could have after that.
Oh, Skull Crusher, I haven't seen you in years. How you been, me old? Yeah.
But you did just shoulder barge him, so
I
Yeah, but
think
you'll take that as a sign
I think
of
we'd
fun.
all pick the Orc. We'd
Yeah,
all pick
not
the
even a
Orc.
shadow of
wouldn't
a doubt.
we? Yeah.
The Necron's be
No
cold and
doubt.
lifeless. You wouldn't even get a conversation out of him.
No.
I picked a Necron.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah,
Yes, James.
Sorry, edit that out. Edit that out. Edit that out, sorry.
It's because I'd want to smash it up and take revenge for Kyle Reese.
Mm.
Damn
Okay,
Terminator.
nice.
Yeah, and you'd be all greased up and ready to go, wouldn't you?
Damn right I would.
You know what it reminds me of?
Oiled up.
Reminds me of now. Do you remember in Family Guy? There's a guy. He's called the Cheese Man. He's always in like melted cheese all the time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the greased up deaf guy.
Yeah, that might be him. Yeah, so he's like covered in. You know what I want about, don't you? In Family Guy,
The greased up
yeah?
James guy.
No,
Yeah.
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 I don't know this character.
Right, you remind me of him. I'm gonna get a picture up and put it in the Discord. It's perfect. Dan, edit this in. Put a picture on screen. This would be crazy.
Oh, this is all going to be stayed in.
Oh god. Right. Well, thanks. That was
It was
disturbing.
good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. I actually quite like the darker these get, the funnier I find it. If I'm honest.
Ooh,
Um.
we thought a bit about Steven.
Right. Our main topic. We're just going to kind of do like a little recap. Since it's the end of the year, end of 2025, and maybe just quickly look at what we all want for next year, hobby wise. See if we got any kind of goals, aims, achievements we want to look at. So, Connor,
My goal for next year would be to win an RTT event.
Ooh.
A GT's too much. I admit. I'm never going to go and win Manchester. I'm not going to go and win Bolton. I'd like to go to a one-day event and win.
Yeah.
think that's
For context, what's the difference here between a GT and an RTT? Is it just different
GT
sizes?
is
different
grand
timescales?
tournament. An RTT is like a round of three. I can't remember the technical definition, but there's an RTT and there's a GT. The grand tournaments are your big 2-day events. The RTT is more. If I'm wrong, comment in the comments. But the RTT, I believe, is like a 1-day event where it's like 3 games on the day, done and dusted. Bosh.
Yeah.
You go home.
Just hitting James in the corner.
apparently
Yeah.
it stands for Rogue Trader Tournament, a smaller
Rogue Trader
often
tournament, yeah.
one-day event.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
See, I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know what it meant.
Did
Yeah.
you say you've won one before though?
I won a tabletop tactics one, an early one. Now, as I do, I enjoy the trophy, but I'd like to win it in a proper competitive setting. Not like I'm saying it isn't. Anyone who wins one, well deserved, but it's not hardcore tournament. It's you all go, you take a fun list, you see what happens, and you win. And to those people who don't do that, you're the problem, right? No, anyways, but
How are we already attacking other people, Connor?
you're the problem. But no, I'd like to go and win.
We haven't mentioned Magic the Gathering for a while. Maybe we should start attacking those.
we
I'd
should-
like to win a sweaty tournament, a 1-day sweaty tournament. I'd like to win it.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, how are you going to get there, Connor? What's going to be the process for getting there?
By becoming God.
Okay.
Well, no, honestly,
Okay.
I thought about it. Art of War do a 1-to-1 coaching tuition. That's 3 months, where you get
Okay.
one of the top tier players of your faction you wish to learn, and they will sit with you and develop lists and game plans for setups, and go through mock tests with you, do mock games with you through what's it called? The online one.
TTS.
Thank you. That
Tabletop simulator.
yeah, Tabletop Simulator, and then they'll walk you through like key methods and the ways you can get the most out of your army. Now, I won't mind that. However, how much do you reckon this is? Right, I didn't think it'd be much. I thought it'd be a couple of £100. Right, that's what I thought. Flat out £200.
If this is going to be hours of one-on-one, it's going to be a lot. I imagine.
Yeah, it's about
600.
no, it's £1,200, mate. Exactly, and you can get lower levels, but if you want to go for it, I contemplated getting a couple of. You can buy a couple of one-off sessions, so I might do that just to try and improve my tactical augmentation of it.
Yeah, maybe dip your toe in the water and see.
I'm not spending 1,200 quid on a one-to-one. Don't get me
lot.
wrong; they are probably fantastic, and they probably deserve all that money. If you want to do it, go for it. I'm not saying don't do it. Art of War, fantastic. But I'm not that committed. The thing is, though, I'm not spending 1,200 quid to learn how to be a pro at the game. That if I win a tournament, I don't get any money. So it's not like I'm, you know what I mean? If I'm a professional tennis player,
it's not an investment that pays for itself. Really, I don't think, mate.
You're already dumping hundreds, if not thousands, into your army. Last thing you want is coaching on top of that. Christ, I'd be divorced if I was married.
At what sort of level of the game do you reckon you'd need to be playing at until you could then turn this around and start offering this to other people? Because surely that'd be quite a cool little side hustle to get to the point where you're like consistently able to.
You'd have to podium or get top 10 in most GTs. You'd have to get best in faction all the time. You'd have to be selected for Team England, Team Scotland, that sort of thing. I would say you'd have to be in that category, in my opinion.
So
how far off that are you?
How far off am I from being Team England? I class myself. I reckon I am above average. I'm above average player. I reckon I'm in the top 30% of Warhammer players. I would put myself top 30%. The lower end of that top 30%. But there's a big gap between that 30% and the top 10% even.
Yeah. So what do you think separates you from them? Like, do you think it is more coaching?
Honestly, without sounding horrible to those people that are winning events constantly and winning 2-day events and becoming the best, they do it full time. They get sponsorships. They have no work. They have no work life. Like, they don't have to go to work. All they do is sit at home and play on TTS. That is all they do. I'm not even joking. If you look at the best players, well, they don't go. You don't see them in Aldi checkouts, do you? All the supermarkets are available.
I was Waitrose, is that it?
Sorry, just before going into that, I was really mentally checking the time code of this because I was like, how are we going to have to edit this out? What horrible things is Connor about to say about these people?
Absolutely, man. They're all Art of War fantastic, and I think these people are fantastic. But they have the time. Yeah. They've been given. Like, look at Scary, for example. He is like the world's best Drukhari player. Fantastic to watch, great guy, and his personality is led in that way. So now he's able to do it full time. And he's been sponsored by gaming companies up in Canada, so they fly him out to all the events. It's brilliant. That's fantastic. Awesome. But there's a better chance of me becoming Rihanna than there is for me getting to that level. You know what I mean?
To put some context on the time involved, the Mighty Wolf sent us a link a while ago about TTS, and it was some information from David Gaylard, who seems like a nice chap, and he's one of the sort of top players. And his allotted hours on that tabletop simulator was over 3,000 hours. Wow. So if you think a game is 3 hours, which on that it probably isn't, that's 1,000 games.
And on top of that, they're probably repping in actual things. They have workshops, these Art of War teams and stuff, and then other like Vanguard tactics. They come together and they blitz it out. They bring up lists and they play against other top tier level players. They have that access to that breadth of knowledge. So they'll play the best tower player will play the best Death Guard player. You'll get a true that's how you get better. I've always said the only way you get better is playing better people, but it all depends on where you live, I suppose.
So how do people make that jump then from, because presumably the people are all professional now, weren't professional at some point, so how do they make the leap?
I think a lot of them,
how do they make that jump?
I think a lot of them, they just unlock. Some people just pick up the gaming and it clicks with them very quickly. And then you just got to put a lot of time and effort into it. So if I spent my days off doing tabletop simulator instead of playing on my PC or whatever, I could probably get to that level and just really learn. But there must be a certain point where playing Warhammer becomes more of a job than a hobby. And then at that point, you're sacrificing something. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd loved my dream job would be to worked for Tabletop Tactics down south, don't get me wrong, I'd leave everything up here. I'd bring the missus with me, of course, and I'd literally go whoosh. I'd be living down there. I would love life. Don't get me wrong. I think that'd be fantastic. But
You just get pret a manges every day.
press them up every morning. There was a Greg's in Chipping, and I was happy actually. But I think it's just constant reps. Like some people are just good overall. Some people are faction specialists. Like you've got Pure Tide, you've got Scary, they're faction specialists. There are some pro players out there that will switch armies to whatever's better, and that's their job to do. We call them meta chasers. That is their livelihood, to meta chase and win events. You know, they get prizes and stuff, but you don't get any of that money back. But by becoming that good, you can then offer your services to other people, and that's how you make your money.
Yeah,
like subscription services and stuff like that, culturing, that sort of thing, really.
Because if you're sort of charging like over $1,000 for a few weeks one-on-one, and if you could set up a couple of those packages like reoccurring over the year, you're pretty sorted financially wise.
I imagine very few people out there go for that one-to-one for $1,200. It's $1,200 to be fair, so that might be a little bit less.
Bargain. That's much cheaper than I thought.
Get on there, Stephen. Become the best Christmas player ever.
Imagine that. I pay all that money and be like, okay, so these are dice, are they? Okay, yeah. Can I roll these? Okay,
just see the guy go.
Oh, you're going to need a lot of coaching. Cool. So it's a pretty clear goal. That's good.
I'd like to win a 3-round tournament. I've come very close. I've come second. I won that one at Tabletop Tactics. I've come second. I've come Manchester last year. I came, I think, 41st out of 300 people. So I'm in that top bit, but I'm not the next. I'm not in the top cut.
That's very good.
I did really well. It's just I just need to get. I need to start hitting 4 wins, 1 loss. I need to start, instead of hitting 3-1-1 or 3-2. I need to start hitting 4-1. That's my goal. I need to start hitting consecutive 4 games, wins, 1 loss, and then eventually I'll just click and get that 5-0. And then
do you think you're going to need to make big changes to the army, or do you think you're going to try and sort of work with what you've got? Or basically, how busy is Matt going to be?
I won't need to touch it. Maybe some Pathfinders, but like I said, there are only a couple of units that I can substitute out. But my list is like 85% there. I just need a little bit more to like swap out every now and then, because 11th edition is around the corner. Mind what I have currently could be shit, but the stuff I have left that I haven't been using could become good. The idea is to have I will always be a faction specialist. I won't be jumping to like 5 different armies. I'm looking forward to playing with the Scythes, but I don't think I'll ever be at that same level with Space Marines that I am with Tau, because all I know is Tau.
Yeah.
So they will always be my main army. The Space Marines are just something different for me to enjoy.
Have we talked about your Space Marine army yet on the podcast?
Not particularly.
We've kind of like, I don't think we've kind of done like a big announcement or anything, but
not really. No, we've like slipped it in every little bit now.
Possibly because it started out as almost a secret army, I think, in the beginning, wasn't it? So
So
don't say it out loud.
So go on, just tell us real quick, like what you've got and what you've been working on.
So I've been building up to a Scythe of the Emperor army that Matt's been doing over the past 6 months, maybe a bit less. He's very quick. I don't even think it's been 6 months. 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, it's not been that long.
3 months. That's it. 3 months. And at this moment in time, I have 570-ish points, maybe a little bit more. So I'm about a third of the way there, I reckon. I'm going for a first company task force sort of build, so Terminators, Stern Guard, veterans, that sort of thing. All the first company sort of vibes is about it. So Vanguard veterans, Stern Guard veterans, those sort of thing. Terminators, tanks, got a couple of repulsors. So it is getting there. So I just want to play something with a little bit more melee.
Matt's done a great job on those. They look really awesome.
He's done really, really well. He's done a fantastic job. And
it's quite a simple scheme.
It is, but
it just worked really well. Yeah.
Everybody knows the Scythes now, but I've never really. I've played loads of Space Marines. I've never seen a Scythes army on the table. Never.
There
probably is some out there, but I've never. There's always, you got your Imperial Fish. You see a lot, James. To be fair, you see your Space Smurfs all the time, don't you? You see a lot of Death Guard. Blood Angels, Dark Angels. You see them all the time. You see a lot of Iron Warriors. Yeah, Space Wolves, the
Iron
Iron Warriors, lots. Salamanders are everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
Was it on Thursday, James? I think we turned around and there was like 3 tables of people all playing Blood Angels. And
Yeah, they are
there was a
very-
couple of matches of
they
it was Blood
are
Angels on
very
Blood
good.
Angels.
They are very good. The new detachment's nice as well.
But I've seen Black Templars are really popular. That seems to be all
Yeah.
we painted about a year. Just Black Templars.
Yeah,
They
the
do
thing is
look
that
amazing.
Over
They
and
look
over again.
amazing. They're not actually
Yeah,
that
yeah,
good
they
at the
do.
moment.
They're
I have not played Black Templars this edition. I haven't been to tournaments. No one in our local group has it. I have never played them.
Because they used to be like close combat monsters, didn't they? I remember people talking about like if you got hit by that giant unit of like all the initiates and like 20 guys, basically, it could just drop
Yeah,
stuff straight off the board.
I
They're
think they
still
might
good.
start to come back into favour.
They just need the thing that's hurt a lot of Divergent chapters this edition. I know we're going off tangent, so I'll make it quick. Is Space Marines core rulebook Gladius is so strong that I don't think they made a massive boo boo. You should not be able to choose Codex compliant detachments for other Space Marine factions. If you're an Iron Hands player, if you're an Imperial Fist player, if you're a Smurf, what's it called, the Ultramarine, Salamanders, by all means, use the Codex compliant. You are Codex compliant. Dark Angels have such a breadth of units, and they have their own book with their own detachments. They should not be allowed to pull from the main book in detachments. They shouldn't be allowed. And that's what the issue is. No one's playing the flavorful. Out of those 3 games that you saw at your club playing, how many of them were playing Gladius, Blood Angels?
Well, I don't know. We didn't interrupt them or anything. We didn't have a chat, but they probably were. They might have been playing a new Grotmus detachment.
Yeah,
That's very good.
Yeah, it is very good. But there's just not a lot. Like I haven't seen a Dark Angels player play anything outside of Gladius, unless you're playing Wrath of the Rock, and even that's not that particularly spicy. Same for Black Templars; they play Gladius all the time. It's just ruins the speciality of the faction a little bit.
Yeah, does it? Yeah, the flavour spoils the flavour.
It does.
So you're mostly gaming with Tau then next year, you reckon?
Yes. Oh, I reckon. I don't think I'll be able to play a 2,000 point army with the Scythe until 11th edition. I will get a couple of 1,000 point games in there after batch 2 is done. But yeah, it's going to be mainly Tau. I'm going to really push. I'm going to do 5 GTs next year. Is the plan. I'm going to get ranked on the ladder, an official rank on the ladder with points, and see what happens.
Mate, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. Jimbo, James,
Jimbo,
Mr.
Hello.
Russian Hat, Mr.
Osmanov,
Mr. Tempted by the dark powers, Mr. Oil. What have you got? What have you got for next year?
Aim for next year is to remember to actually use stratagems when playing a game.
Nice.
Which I never do. And I don't think we've mentioned it on the podcast, but Connor and I have a little side wager.
Ooh, we do, don't we? Oh, we do.
I wasn't aware of this.
Interesting.
I forgot, actually.
So we'll be taking our top 5 GT results and adding the number of wins from those GTs. So it might be 3 and 2 and 4 and 3 and 1 or whatever. And whoever has the most wins is the champion for that year.
Nice.
So obviously that's my aim is to, I don't think I will, but
you've got to get more wins than me next year at the GTs overall.
Yeah. So that's my aim.
So that's something that we can be tracking as well.
We can, yes. We'll get a little
scoreboard.
We'll get a little sketch. We'll get a little sketch.
Yeah, get a little scoreboard.
Where the thermometer's going up and there's my face and James's face.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both might also have to try and book in for like the same last GT, like the decider.
Yeah.
London again, James, shall we?
100%.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's probably one. There's just been one. There's one later in the year. Is it Leicester?
Leicester's good. It's right in the middle of us.
Kind of central.
I will be coming down to Bristol next year, so that isn't that far away from you compared to where I'm travelling from.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one.
I'll probably go to that one. Yeah, I'm sure we can. Sure, we can clash at a couple at the same time. Well, we
Dan
probably
will be
won't play
there
each
with
other
his
at the
pom poms.
GT, but
He'll be cheering us on, won't you, Dan? Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Go on,
I should be filming
shake it.
stuff.
he'll,
Get it all
he'll
on
be
camera.
competing.
Yeah,
He'll
Dan,
be
Dan might be
competing.
there. Dan might be there
Yeah.
as well with the nids.
When would this
Yeah.
be?
Bristol, it will be April next year. April, May. They're all up. All of them are
Yeah,
up
I
ready.
think
I'll have a
that
look.
sounds
I can't
right.
remember. I think it is. I haven't had a look. They're all on. They're all
I
on the
could
website
potentially
now.
do April, actually. Interesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe
Look at that.
Dan needs to get in on the wager. James, how many like big tournaments do you think you're playing next year? What's your kind of rough figure, do you think?
Big ones like Manchester, London size ones.
Like the
I
UK,
think
like the
probably
UKTC set, basically.
the UKTC type things. I think I'm going to try to get to 4, 5, 6,
There you
maybe
go.
even.
I'm trying 5 at least, so we shall
yeah.
see.
And then
How
some
much
of the
are you-
smaller ones, the local ones.
Right, like in tournament and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Local
So
ones.
40,
Yeah.
40 players type size.
Like one
Yeah.
day events, like the
How-
RTTs.
How much gaming are you doing, James? So, like, are you doing stuff on TTS? Because I know you play with Dan once a week. How much more are you doing than that?
That's
out of
it.
interest.
Other than that, it's visualizing.
Okay.
You know,
Cogitating.
cogitating,
That's-
always thinking and plotting.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. Don't underestimate it.
Okay.
But yeah, I do need to try and get more friendly competitive games in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say
Not sure how I'm
Presumably
gonna do
you need
that.
like a wider array of opponents and just Tyranids all the time.
Yeah.
We had a list
Yeah.
building
What?
chat in our group, so I can always add you to it,
Yeah.
James. If you want to be part of the list, so we'll all see your list and say that shit, change it if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I'll show you what happened. with me.
even if any opinion is useful, isn't it? Just to hear what people think and what their
Yeah.
take on things are. You don't have to agree.
It might be things like we talk about a lot of staging. Where should you stage it? Should you start it on the board? Should you start it in reserve, deep strike?
Yeah.
You know, play around with
Yeah.
things. There's nothing sexy
Yeah.
than the Brutalis coming off of a 9-inch deep strike and see if it'll charge you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would take
That
Dan. See,
sounds
Dan doesn't
horrible,
like
to
the
be
sound of that.
Yeah, I've seen what the Brutalis can do. I'm just like, that sounds horrible. Yeah.
So, James, my other question for you is, where does Nurgle feature in your plans for next year?
Well, I'm not sure. It's going to be a kind of a slow rotting process.
Nice.
I mean, I've got
much like Decay itself.
much like Decay itself. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
a 40-ish person GT in January. February, 2 biggies. Beachhead, which will be about 400 or 500 people. Manchester, which will be about 400 or 500 people. I don't think Nurgle will feature until late spring or the summer. I'll definitely take them to a tournament. I see that because I'm going to play more of a skewed, fun list. You know, I'm not going to care about the meta. It's just going to be, here are lots of big fat blobs. What can you do against them? I think that would be more useful in a team situation. So I mean, that's my other. I keep nagging away at this team idea. I keep sowing this seed.
I
And
do
at
want
some
a team event.
stage,
I do want to.
at
I
some
do want to do a
stage,
team event.
the Rogue and Blasted team will feature
Yeah.
somewhere in
Yeah.
the UK.
Okay.
I think it would fit in quite nicely with that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I feel like it's been quite well received by everyone so far, hasn't it? That idea?
Yeah.
I
Case of
think we've
making it
got.
happen.
I think we've got the factions
We
for it as
need-
well. I think we
We
could.
need 5.
do some
though. We
damage
need
out
5
there.
players.
You say we need 5, Connor?
We do. We need
Yeah,
5.
we need
to have
another
a
one
proper
there,
team. So Stephen needs to get his arse into gear, get an army done, and get his arse over it one time a year. That's what he needs to do. However,
Yeah.
Yeah.
be careful with
Yeah.
magnets because apparently some airlines will not let you fly with magnets. British Airways will not
Oh,
do
really?
it. British Airways will not let you on a plane with
Really?
magnets. Yes. However,
Really?
my argument is this: you'll get through passport security fine. So, and passport security has nothing to do with your airline. So what they're going to do? They don't generally check your bags
Yeah.
or goes on the plane. Once you've got through security, you're done.
Oh yeah.
Some people sent the
Yeah.
army to themselves. Some people have done that before.
Yeah, I was just going to say it might
That
actually
just-
make more sense to, this is a massive hypothetical, to ship the army back, or just have, because obviously I'm so prolific, I've got all these armies to send around, or just to ship one army back to the UK and just leave it there with someone like one of you guys. And then if I ever fly back and
Well,
need
you'd leave
it,
it with your brother, wouldn't you?
pick it up.
Boom.
Yeah, I've got two stops in Dorset that I could utilise.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So you've just received your first miniature for that new
Yes.
army, James?
Yeah.
Go on, tell us
Little
about that
half.
real quick.
Well, I searched on eBay because the Demon Princes that Games Workshop have is a cool looking model, but it definitely doesn't look like a Nurgle Demon Prince, does it?
Totally agree with you.
I think
Totally
it could
Did
fit
they-
Khorne, it could fit Zeech, it could fit Slanesh. Doesn't look very Nurgle.
Yeah,
I feel like they used to have an awesome one, didn't they? It had like, I want
Yeah.
to say it had like a Cyclops eye. It was really fat and it had
Yeah.
like a massive like
I
flat
don't-
sword
did
thing.
they?
Don't
Yeah,
want to ruin
maybe.
your parade, James, but what I would have done is the Nurgle range.
But he will. But he will.
The Nurgle range for Sigmar is fantastic, and they have a Nurgle sort of demon character that is relatively similar in size that you could have just transferred off onto over, and nobody would have thinking it. I think.
I don't think there's anything that quite fits. I have looked.
Come on,
There's a great
Steve's
range
having a
of
look now. I
models.
can tell. Steve's having a look.
There is
I can see him.
there is a really nice range. The Maggotkin.
Yeah, the Maggot King,
really
I'm positive
cool.
there's something in there you can use. Sure.
Yeah. There's nothing that quite manages to fit.
There's probably
So yeah,
some
I
really nice
searched
3D
eBay and I
printed stuff as
found
well.
a little conversion of something. There could be something else 3D printed wise.
I think the one you've got it looks
it's nice,
very
yeah.
nurgly and it's different.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's really good.
Yeah.
And a
yeah,
bargain.
I think it would be
An
good.
absolute bargain.
Yeah, I thought
it
you
was
was going to get a
about-
picture in a box.
Yeah.
I would have pissed myself. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so I
I know it's horrible, but I would have laughed a little bit.
I'd have been
I
in
would-
tears. I'd have been in tears.
Have a picture. And it's at the bottom of the discussion. Not physical model, picture only.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be.
You're going to try and paint up some of these guys yourself.
Yeah, I think I'll end up doing a bit of a mixture. I think I'll end up painting a few myself, finding a few little bargains, hunting around on eBay or at swap meets and stuff.
Nice, that's a good shout.
Might treat myself to a commission. And maybe a nice
too.
commissioned Rotigus or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
nice
please.
sort of-
Yes, please.
Big sort of fat centerpiece blob to march across the battlefield. 'Cause it's going to be not a joke list, but it's going to be 2 great unclean ones, a Rotigus, 2 winged demon princes.
You're going to play Death Guard.
It's a beast.
Connor's
yeah, it's
breaking
going
out.
to
in
be.
a sweat.
I'm going for a load of big stuff and just have a bit of fun. Taking units that no one likes, as usual. Got the Hellbrute in there.
Could be-
That should get a
Okay,
new model
yeah.
next edition. A fantastic model. It needs an update. It needs an update.
Yeah, the Hellbrute
so
looks
badly.
it's underwhelming, isn't it?
Thing is,
Yeah.
I remember when that came out, and it was like, "Wow, look at the really cool new
Oh, really?
Hellbrute!" And now it's
If you
just
put it
like
next to Bjorn,
the cycle's just gone for so long.
If you put it next to Bjorn,
Yeah.
it's not too bad. You put it next to Brutalis.
Mm.
But then the annoying
Yeah,
thing is
yeah.
about this is the World Eaters one's so good that you look at this little shitty model thinking it's not going to do anything, and it claps your entire army into a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Love
Nice.
it.
Cheers, James. Danny boy.
Hello.
Any
Yeah,
big
goals
goals for 2026.
for this year or this coming year. Finish the Tyranids, probably quite high up there. Although
How
I think
close are you?
I've technically got 2,000 points now because
Ooh.
I have a Tyrannofex now. with
Yeah.
the
Whoa,
Tyranids,
that's
which is
big
good.
gun.
I've just
The
yanked
rail
wire out
gun
my
of the
headphones,
Tyranids,
so
I
one
love it.
second. There we go. But yeah, get that to like a working 2,000 points, and I think I'll call it finished. And then I actually need to beat James in that at some point. That'll be quite a little milestone for me eventually.
Yeah.
You're not going to add a little bit on
Um,
top of the 2,000, or you're just going to keep it at 2,000? I would,
So-
in caution, leave a little bit on top. Just a little bit on top is what I'd do.
Yeah. Well, it's basically, so I'm already near that 2,000, but it's not with stuff that I actually want. So I think by the time it's finished, it'll probably be about 3,500, 4,000. Just with half of it not necessarily being used because it's sort of duplicates of the stuff. But that should be, I reckon that's doable in the next few months. Although I said the same thing when I first started collecting back in September, that they're finally nearly all painted.
They look great. They look really
At the
good.
start of this podcast,
really
you
good,
didn't
guys.
own a Tyranid. The start of this podcast, you did not own a
Yeah,
Tyranid.
No,
That's
But
very
now you
true.
have a 2,000 point
Yeah.
army. This has been your
Yeah.
journey to get to this point.
Yeah.
Now you just
Yeah,
need
it
to
has.
win again.
It has.
Yeah, still yet to winning. Oh my God, I haven't actually won a single game yet.
Oh,
That's a good
sorry.
point.
Well, that's good. You're getting better. You're getting
but-
better each time. Every loss, you
Yes.
improve. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
let's say that. No, if we're getting there, that's step 2, figuring out how to play. Then step 2 is actually doing something with it. And then, to be fair, after that as well, in terms of painting, I do keep going on about doing like a big ugly chaos night at some point. So I do actually want to get one and just sink like an ungodly amount of hours into it and just try and get it looking like take something to the best of my absolute abilities. Because I've definitely, as I've been going through the Gaunts, I can feel myself getting lazier and lazier with them and just be like, that'll do. And I'm just like,
totally natural with that amount of like lower
Yeah.
level troops. It's totally natural.
What you should do
it
is
just
you
feels so
should-
counterintuitive though. It's like I spent loads of money to do this thing and now I'm almost seeing it as a chore. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not good.
you should send your
So yeah,
lovely
big fat
brother
night.
a couple of panels to do some sexy freehand for you.
I was thinking I might try and do this myself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
He
then
doesn't
over
need
the
us,
top of
bro.
that, chuck in like
Fuck
weathering effects as well, just to make it then look like really grotty and horrible. And if I did it Nurgle
Yeah.
themes, then maybe I could sell it to James afterwards as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. double battle cannon to spoiler.
Right, okay.
all the trimmings, all the trimmings.
That's amazing,
Brilliant.
James.
Awesome.
No, yeah, those are my goals. And beat James. I think I said that one up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
nice
that'd be
to
nice.
see.
Yeah.
You're already
Or
better
finish a
at
game,
using
James, to
stratagems
be
than
honest.
Yeah. What are your goals,
we've got
then,
much-
Stephen?
Well, nothing gaming. Well, actually, no. Right.
Yeah,
I've got
that's
a very
absolutely
small
right.
game. I've got a small gaming one, and that is to play one game of 40k and just
You
like
just need to
learn how to
scratch
play
the
on
itch.
basic level.
If you
Yeah.
scratch
Yes.
it,
Well,
you'll just go for it then. If you're
I've got
playing,
a feeling because when you say scratch the itch, then it just keeps getting itchier. Because
Yeah,
I've
that's
noticed
what
I
you
played
need to
one
do.
game and I just keep
It's
playing
good.
it. So
You
just
Yeah.
be
look
aware
forward
it's
to
like
every week, don't
first
you?
hit's free, Steve.
Have you ever like booked a game together and you've had to cancel and you just I sit there when my guy cancels and I just sit there, I feel sad. And the missus looks at me like,
Oh.
why are you sad? You can't play it. You just play with toys. It's not just that. It's the social aspect of it. I said, I get showered at by old
Yeah.
bastards all week, right? It helps me beat that out, actually.
Context.
Beat that out. But yeah, it's if you get to the point where I look forward to it every week. My Thursday is my
Yeah.
special
Mm.
happy day that no one
Yeah.
shall take away from me. Okay.
Escape.
Oh, the
The fact
happy
that
day.
Christmas and New
Happy
Year
day.
is on Thursdays this year has generally upset me. So I have no Warhammer now for 2 weeks.
Why won't the Widow play with you? Why won't Warhammer Widow
That-
give you a little
again,
game if you miss one?
Context.
You've got a table
there.
at home.
Context,
Yes, the game
Stephen.
of Warhammer.
Yes,
Game of
thank
Warhammer.
you very much. No,
Yeah.
she's tried it. She doesn't mind the hobby side of things. She'd be in your camp, Stephen. To be fair, but
The better.
she wouldn't
The
play
more-
it. Yeah,
the
she'd
better,
like to paint
Yeah.
it. She wouldn't like to play with it. With
Warhammer. Yeah.
Warhammer, yes.
Yeah.
She'd love to, yes.
Oh, okay.
That was a good one.
Woo. Yeah, so I'd like to play one game, and we'll leave it there as a goal and see where it goes. I think I'm going to be very restricted on time next year, so we'll see. But I'd also like to do relatively well in a large painting competition. So I've got my
Nice.
eye on like the American Adepticon
Oh, yeah.
competition.
That's huge. Adepticon,
Placing
isn't it?
is not very realistic, but you can. I think they call it a finalist, which sounds very like, oh my god, you're a finalist. Sounds probably
Yeah,
a
you
lot
get
better
some
than
pin
it is. A
badges,
finalist
don't
just
you?
means you've gone. Yeah, so that kind of just means that you've made it through like one round of judging. So you're kind of a contender, and then from there they start picking category, the sort of the real finalists. So that's sort of
That'd be
my
cool.
goal for next year. So I'm thinking, I just
Is
for my
there
own
any-
satisfaction, really.
Is there any like smaller ones you put into as well? Like I assume you've done these sort of things in the past where you put your projects into smaller
Do
ones
you know
or
what?
not.
I've never ever
Because
entered a competition.
some of your
Really?
stuff, some of
Yeah.
your stuff that you guys have done, surely that could easily win. Like realistically speaking, the annoying thing is for me as having a lovely painted tower army now, I will never win best painted because I didn't paint it. Now it saddens me.
Yeah.
Like, people say all the time, I can't. It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not
mine.
me. It's
Yeah.
not mine. I could also, I
Yeah.
suppose, I could do it with the abbreviation. It's not. It's do it in your name and then send you the award or whatever. But even then, I don't think I'd like to do it. But you guys could do it. You
feels a
could
bit
do it. You could go up to
disingenuous.
you could rock up to a GT, lose all 5 games, and win best painted.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I've got to stay kind of grounded and humble, and it's funny how little moments come along to make you humble. So there's a couple of things. So recently, I spoke to my local gaming store, and because I noticed they've just expanded their shop, and I was like, it'd be really cool if I could paint up some models for a display there. And so I sent him an email and just said, look, if I painted up some display models, you could leave them on display, or you could game with them, and I could just have a little business card in the display or something. So it'd be kind of mutually beneficial. And they're like, yeah, come down to the store. We'll check out your models. So I packaged up some of my Sisters of Battle and a couple of other bits and bobs. And the owner of the store was like, okay, yeah, well, I don't really know much about painting, so I don't really know what I'm looking at. Okay. So he calls out someone from the back, goes, oh, come out, can you just check these models? And goes, oh, this guy knows a lot more about painting. This guy picked up one of the models, turned it around. No, put it down, picked up another one, didn't speak, didn't say a word, just looked at them, put it down. And I'm thinking, I've put fucking 10 hours into that model, but okay, goes through the whole lot, 7 models, and then he just went, yeah, they're nice. I was like, okay, maybe I've got a bit of work to do. So I don't know, but so it would be nice just to, as James always says, you've got, and Matt and Connie have said this as well, you just got to put yourself out there, give it a go. And if I don't place, fine, I'll know that I've got a bit further to go and spend some more hours behind the brush. But just good to get feedback, know where you're at.
Nice.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, can't hurt.
When we make it to 2027, bringing this up and just reviewing it. And basically
I have made a little note. I'm going to keep you all honest, I think.
He'd be like, I got stomped. James got stomped. Dan beat James at some point.
I didn't place anywhere in my competition. I never got around to playing the game. We're shit. Bloody useless.
And then we could be like, Matt, which ones did you have? All right.
Oh, yeah, you weren't bloody here.
But to be fair, I know what Matt's is, if we can say it right now. Matt's 2026 goal is the Vortan arm, isn't he? He wants 2K, Vortan, Manchester. The Man's just going full 2,000 points. Vortan in the Manchester GT, isn't he?
So
when's
Manchester?
The first time I meet you all, it's bonkers. I'll see you face to face. Obviously not you, Dan, or
February.
It's like 2 different parts of my life. It's like my local Warhammer group and these guys all together. They'd be like, this could either go really, really well, or I won't have a commission painter at the end of it. One of the two.
Oh, you'll always have one. You just might end up shipping to America. That's all.
Trump's out.
Pain in the ass. Yeah, Trump's out. We probably should say that for 2026. One of our goals collectively should be to be in the same room somewhere at the same time.
Warhammer World.
Agreed.
Yeah, we could do a podcast episode from Warhammer World.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buckman's Bar. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Drinking challenge.
Yes. Yeah. Do take Connor's tournament approach down south. Just get on it.
They do a gorgeous mango cider.
So keen.
They do a gorgeous mango cider.
So Matt will achieve his yearly goal from probably at the end of January, because he's absolutely stomping through that army, and it already looks so good, doesn't it?
he's painting a 2K army for Vortam whilst adding additions for me. Like he's adding a squad of Rampagers and a Ghost Kill for my Manchester GT list. So I said, you don't have to do the Ghost Kill, just do the Rampage. No, I can do it. I can do it. I can't do a Scottish accent. Hang on. No bother. No bother, man. It'll only take me 2 hours.
Wow.
To be fair, Dan and everyone, he did say in the group chat beforehand, take the piss out of me. I can't much as you can today. I can't make it.
He did.
Yeah.
No, I think we just managed to find our what do you call it? The marketing for this particular episode is just going to be reels of
My
Connor,
Vortano
the wonderful
already
Scottish
done.
accent, right?
Yeah.
My Vortano done on the drying rack. I'll have this done in 2 hours. Just suck some iron brew at the same time.
Oh, God.
I mean, if he makes it this far, I mean, we're quite far into it. If when he listens it back, he's going to have to sit out quite a long time until he gets to this. So, you know, Matt, if you're here listening,
We love you.
well done.
Man.
Please keep painting for me. We love you. Yeah. So, but he'll crush that army. Like, he's basically done already. Well, he's not, but he
He's
will
not
be.
done.
Yeah,
The thing
he
is,
will.
though, the bastard
looking
has
good,
wrote
though.
me in on a case as well. So his mate's
what?
making me a case now that's custom made for my new Space Marine
Oh
army.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, that's
He's
a good
wrote me
shout.
into that now because he's the test guinea pig, and then he sent me across. And next thing you know, now I've got a case being built.
So it's a catfish. It's a catfish.
Well, how did I
scam.
get myself into this? I've been catfished. It looks
Um,
nice though.
So our final segment is who would win. So this week, we've talked about one of these characters quite recently, but we sort
It's
of
the
wanted to
Oily
revisit him and
James.
see. It's Oily James, yeah,
Oily James.
Oily James versus
Oily
normal
James.
James.
Ooh.
Yeah, Oily James wins every time. So we are going to pitch Rabute Gilliman versus Gazgul Thraka. So Gazgul's making a reappearance after getting trounced by the Avatar of Cain. So I will do a quick recap on War Gear. Gilliman, Emperor's Sword, pretty immense.
It has the
Hand
Emperor's
of-
sword.
It's called the Emperor's Sword. It's pretty awesome. The Hand of Dominion, so that's his power gauntlet with the bolter, energy protector. Armor of Fate, and the Aegis of the Emperor. So that's his force field.
You can get up at
And
3+.
Gazgul's got his power claw. Mork's Roar, so that's his kind of
Battle
multi-chambered
cannon.
blaster
That never
thingy.
hits anything.
That never hits anything. His mega armor, cyborg body, but he's also got his little sidekick. Was that Scottish accent again?
No, it was Matt when he was younger.
Yeah. So what are we thinking about this then, chaps?
Did you say you had the previous one? Sorry, the Avatar beating Gazgul.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice
Yeah.
to know you listened to that episode.
Well,
Dan.
Because it's all. I mean, I edited it, but managed to get it as well. Because hasn't the Avatar of Cain also been killed by almost every named Space Marine character ever?
I wouldn't say he's been
So
killed
if
by
we're
every
sort of
name.
following that,
So there's kind of two angles to this. There's kind of two angles to this, isn't there? There's like what the law says and tabletop.
Yeah,
how that-
tabletop
so
again.
you kind
It
of
depends.
was
Is
sort
it
of
also
threading
with
the
his
needle a little
bodyguard?
bit.
Do you throw the bodyguard in there as well? You know what I mean? Like you
Nah,
put
1-to-1.
20 knobs in there.
1-to-1 in the
1-to-1.
Colosseum.
Jimbo's called it. Yeah.
Gazgul,
The well-painted Colosseum. Remember?
Yes.
I see. I say Gilliman does it every day of the week. He's a superhuman. He'll
Yeah.
slice him in half, wouldn't he?
All right, cool. Well, that was the end of that. Thank you for joining us for this segment. It's been
I think
I mean,
realistically,
is it that simple? Is it?
I think Gilly Gooley does win this fight. you
Yeah,
know.
man.
Yeah. Gazgul's double the size. I think he's
Is he?
supposed to be about
Is
20
he?
feet. Yeah, he's supposed to be about 20 feet or more tall. Whereas Gilly
Is he?
Gooley's 10 or 12 feet tall. So he's double the size.
Okay.
So in a very
Ouchie.
small room, maybe he could crush him and get him in that giant power claw. But the
Yeah.
Emperor's Sword, I mean,
Shit,
Gazgul's
yeah.
got a lot of armor, but it's just like orky kind of very thick tank armor.
20
Was Gilly
feet. You're right.
Goose in
Just
like a
dealing with
magical?
Primarch. Yeah.
He's in a magical suit of
James,
armor.
you always seem to know quite a lot about the lore behind different weapons. Like, what can you tell us about the Emperor's Sword? Do you know much about it?
I know that it's one of the only weapons around which can actually kill a demon. It can actually rather than just be banished, it can actually kill.
It will kill it. But
a
someone needs to
demon.
get that shit in Angron at some point. But there. Well, no. Did you know?
Well, there we go. Next time, tune in for Guilliman versus Angron.
So Gazgul is 10
Gaz-
feet tall. Well, isn't he? But Gilliman's 9.4. He's 2.8 meters tall. So he's still quite big, isn't he?
He's a big guy.
I
he's
didn't
half the
realise
size
Gazgul's
of Gaz.
10 feet. What the actual Christ?
20 feet. 20 feet.
20 feet tall. That's the size of a skyscraper.
He's the size of a dreadnought.
No,
I think
right,
he's
all
the
right.
size of a dreadnought.
But he's bigger than
a
a
Primaris
dreadnought.
dreadnought. Yeah, probably a bit bigger than a dreadnought. But if he keeps evolving, as the lore suggests he might, and turns into like who were we talking about before, the Crocs, like a massive full size. Potentially, he'd be like 50 meters tall at some stage.
Tell me more about this evolution. I don't know anything about this.
Every time you win a fight, don't you? He gets bigger. The better the fight, the bigger the win. He gets bigger. That's how
The more
orcs evolve, isn't
battles
it?
and stuff.
Yeah.
The more Gork and Mork
And I
is
think
charging him up
Okay.
with orky
And
power.
Isn't the theory that orcs are actually devolved versions of the Croc, which were invented by the old ones?
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
And so they're hoping like, if Gazgul just keeps smashing shit, then he'll go back to being a Croc. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be quite fun to see.
That's why everyone was scared, because
that
they locked the orcs and the Nids together. But if the orcs win, then it will be like they'll be massive, and you can't stop them. That warg would be incredible, because they'd be because it was an endless fight.
Wonder if, because the 11th edition will be coming out probably fairly soon, right? That normally means they have a new box with a new upload, like of lore or tidbits and drops and stuff. Do we reckon they'd go back to like Space Marines and Orcs? Because I feel like that used to be their pretty standard edition each time, was like launching with those.
It's generally it's always
cool.
Space Marines.
Someone said it does look likely.
It's always Space Marine, but you need to think of the box sets they've had. So there's a massive thing flying around at the moment, and it looks like it's going to be like a World Bearers box set, isn't it? That's the rumors. Like it's going to be an Ultramarine versus World Bearers, and so you could get it could be like a Chaos Space Marine gets their all the chapters in the Chaos Space Marines get their own stuff, like Iron Warriors will get their own units. Your World Bearers will have a few of their own unique units and characters now, rather than it's just being
a little bit
like how the Salamanders have their Salamanders have their uniques, don't they? A little bit, the White Scars have a little bit there. They're not great. Ultramarines have lords, obviously.
We want Grey Knights and Orcs.
It won't happen.
That's what
Grey Knights will not be the poster boys per edition. They won't.
No, it won't be. Well, unless they're using that as an opportunity to refresh the range. That would be cool.
You think it won't be Necrons, because it's been Necrons recently. It won't be Death Guard, because that was 8th edition. It won't be Tyranids.
But they've also, I wonder if it would have any bearing with all the stuff like Henry Cavill is working on and TV and movies and other games they've got coming out at the moment, because they should, I imagine, be linking these together a bit more. So if they're having success as one thing.
Well, they've kind of already done the Space Marine 2 thing, haven't they, with releasing Leviathan.
The 500 worlds, haven't they? They've done the 500 worlds thing that Titus now has to reclaim, which is what they're thinking it's going to be linked to. It could be like Ultramarines, and then the one people that hate them the most are the World Bearers.
Right.
So Lorgar is hinted as the next Primarch to come back.
Oh, because he's still alive, basically, isn't he? Yeah. Steve, are you just really unimpressed by how well he is?
I can't get interest in the word bearers, really. It's just a personal
I don't think it'd be that exciting.
Maybe there's a bit of pizzazz put into it. Maybe they have some unique units and stuff.
Yeah. And they'll do a great job if they release something new. But like a refreshed Orky stuff, that'd be really cool. Imagine getting Gazdol a new pose.
But they
like
did
some
a lot of
bigger new
orc stuff lately.
Bigger.
They have done a lot of
Yeah, that's
refreshes.
true.
They did
Yeah,
the
they
whole
have.
beast range has been redone. They've done the
Yeah, they have.
commandos. They've done
It's
like
a great
loads of cool
range, isn't it? It doesn't
teams.
really need anything more.
Yeah, they've got the orc boys
Yeah,
have been
that's a good
redone.
shout.
Really, the killer
Should we?
council
Should we?
stuff needs.
Well, I wonder. We should do like a little,
Guess.
not wait, maybe kind of wager, like a guess now. Like, who do we? What other? Because let's say safe bet Space Marines. So who is going to be Space Marines and
versus?
Yeah,
I think it'll be Chaos Space.
For some
Marines.
reason, I feel like I imagine it would be. I know this might go against the rumors, but Xeno, like it would be orcs or Tyranids or Necrons or something. Just because if you're, say, they're like starting boxes, are normally to sort of get new players in, and that's a very easy idea to sort of wrap your head around. As like, oh, giant Space Marine shoots alien, when giant Space Marine shoots corrupted, twisted version of his own self is a bit more of a hard sell.
But like Connor said, they're not going to redo. They're not going to redo Necrons. They're not going to redo Tyranids.
Yeah.
Well, the Orc range is probably like
Tau.
Yeah.
Votan?
That is a point. There hasn't been a Tau on the yes. There hasn't been a Tau. No. Votan's just had a massive range refresh. So it won't
and
be
also they wouldn't put Votan against Space Marines because
they
wouldn't
put Eldar against Space Marines. It very rarely happens. Drukhari, I could see it, but Drukhari's such a not a popular faction that I don't see it happening.
Yeah, the range isn't popular enough.
If it was going to be a Xenos, it would have to be Orcs or Tau, I would think. Maybe Gene Stealers.
It's going to be Necrons. It's going to be bloody Necrons, isn't it?
It won't be Necrons. It won't be Necrons. It won't be. Or,
if it's orcs, I could be tempted to get an orc army at some point.
They could finally get their shit together. Demons. Full 40k demon refresh like they've done with Age of Sigmar. Get rid of the Divergent chapters crap. It is Codex Nurgle, Codex Slanesh, Codex Codex Zinch. And you have detachments in there that work for the demons and the obviously that faction as well, and ones that work together. So you can all bring all of it. Makes sense. It doesn't. Why can I not bring demons as a Khorne player unless I run a certain detachment? I should be able to have bloodletters fighting with Khorne berserkers. That makes sense completely, doesn't it?
Well,
yeah,
sort of.
I would love to see a demon. I would love to see demons on it. Yeah. I'd love to see demons on it. Like Zinch, for example, Thousand Suns with changes of ways, you can see that absolutely. You know what I mean? You know, apart from the Zangor, but you can see it, can't you? Death Guard should be able to. Death Guard should have a great unclean ones running into battle with them, and poxwalkers and plagues. You know, all that sort of stuff, shouldn't they? In theory,
yeah.
I'd love to see that.
It's going to be
I'd love to see
Necrons.
demons.
A quick side note in this large tangent. So a tangent within a tangent. So Henry Cavill's series, the latest rumor that I've seen is it's going to be post heresy.
Yeah, I don't.
So it's not going to be like modern day Imperium. It's not going to be during the heresy because it's just too much in the way of like effects, and it's going to be post heresy. That kind of like different Imperial factions like sifting through the wreckage, because that opens up like a lot of
it could be
different avenues that aren't classically already done, and so I don't think there'll be like a game tie-in with that.
I think they might do it with Space Marines too. Like I think it will be locked in. I think it's going to be do with the 500 worlds. I reckon they're going to tie it all in there. I don't think they're going to make him Titus or anything, but I reckon they're going to. I reckon Inquisitor sort, but no, I don't know. Yeah.
It's an easier sell for people if it's more human. If it's like an Inquisitor bimbling around Hive World, speaking to other human, more sort of normal humanoid people. Having
they need to make sure they don't too many Space Marines in. Yeah, they don't. They should have it where they see Space Marines and it's like a season finale, and you see two, and they're massive. And they have to get the impact. So the majority of it is Inquisition. You know, maybe some Eldari that can be done easily. You know, Tower easily, Guardsmen, Nids, that sort of Orcs are easily done. And then in the darkest hour, you have like Space Marines,
the brightest light.
Boom, boom. Season ends.
Yeah,
done. Or something like that. You know what I mean?
God, have you been with Henry? Have you been writing this?
Absolutely, yeah. We're pen pals.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, no. Anyway, reluctantly dragging it back to the who would win. Should we just clear this one out? Gilliman
Gilliman.
Mince.
Yeah.
Gilliman. Yeah. No, I don't think it's close.
Wrexham.
Okay. All right. What I would say about Gilliman is that model is very hard to paint.
I don't
It
like.
looks
Honestly,
ridiculous with all
I
the
don't like the
with
model.
all the overlay stuff.
I don't.
You don't like the model?
No.
No.
I feel like compared to the lion, he's a bit shit. There's too much trim. Way too much trim.
Yeah, the trim is what makes it quite a challenge to paint.
I feel like they could. It wouldn't surprise me if they redid his model. I feel like they could do so much better now.
I quite like the overall model. I've got a little bit of an issue with the head. I think they could have done a better job with the head, but the helmet looks good.
Yeah, like Calgar.
I don't know. I think it's a cool pose. I think it's good. Yeah, Calgar's a great model.
Yeah, but they've redone him, haven't they? Like it was that model. That old model wasn't that old.
Yeah, that's
and they
very
redid
true.
it.
Yeah.
Titus was a brand new model this edition, and they've redone him again.
Oh no. Not the Titus rant again.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's all good. So yeah, go on. Final answer. I want one word out of all of you for who 11th edition is going to be Space Marines versus Dan.
Yes.
What do you reckon?
Orcs, hopefully.
Orcs. Making a note of this. I'll be holding you all accountable. Dan, Orcs.
Wishful
Connor?
thinking.
Connor, you reckon?
Chaos Space Marines brackets World Bearers.
Okay. Word bearers. Okay.
Word.
Okay. Brackets yawn. Okay. And James?
Necrons.
Necrons.
They just gave a full range refresh in 9th.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
maybe in preparation.
I'll give him
see.
20 quid. I'll give him 20 quid. I'll send him a £20 Warhammer voucher.
Making a note of that. Making a note of that.
If it is Necrons on the start
20
collecting
from Connor.
box, if it's Necrons on the start collecting box, I'll give him 20 quid.
Okay.
There you go.
That's
I'll
a
let you
win-win
take-
for James.
I'll
Yeah.
give you a short period of time to take that back. Do some digging
No.
and research with
No.
other 300
I will
world
not,
type
I will
releases.
not take it back. I will not take it back. I guarantee the 11th edition start collecting box will not be Necrons. It will not be Necrons. It won't be.
Well,
They
we've
just
heard it
did it
here.
in 9th. The full range refresh. Full. It was.
I really hope it's going to be Necrons now.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to be Necrons. Cannot wait for it to be
It
Necrons.
pissed me off so much. They just got a new Nightbringer. Why would it be them? They just got a brand new Shard of the Catan. They got the Nightbringer back, didn't they? They just have one left that needs redoing.
Yeah. Nice model, actually.
What would you even refresh in that range now? What would you add?
Okay, right. Connor, what I can tell you is I've just consulted my best friend ChatGPT, and you're gonna love the answers. The most likely pairing: Space Marines versus Necrons.
Not happening.
Me.
Not happening.
Can't wait.
Not happening.
Other
be a
strong
crusade.
contenders: Space Marines versus Orcs. Other strong contenders: Space Marine versus Chaos Marines. And then it throws in a likely but less possible Astra Militarum versus Tyranids. That'd be quite cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw a start collecting box that wasn't Space Marines?
Well, then
Yeah,
again,
well,
I
of course,
have, yeah.
yeah. I mean, they do it for like Kill Team and stuff, don't they? But I can't see
Guard
them
would be
doing
nice.
it for
It
the
would be
main.
nice to have a guard one on there. I must admit, guard versus Tau would be
Yeah.
fantastic. You'd have an armored brigade. It would be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really. I think probably because it's gonna. I think it might be Chaos Marines. No, I think it's gonna be. I don't know. Can't decide. I'll go with Necrons. I'll be James because then Connor will give me 20 quid as well.
Nice. Money in the bank.
All right. And now I'd like that in dollars, please, Connor.
I'll send it you by PayPal conversion.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
So you might get
Wait till that
$23.
exchange rate is just hitting right, and we'll be all good. Right. Well, I think that probably calls it for 2025, our inaugural year of the podcast. Thanks to you guys for pitching in. Thanks to Matt, even though you're not here. We'll be kind. Thank you very much, Matt, for your contributions. We have a great time doing it, and thank you for people at home listening or wherever you are listening along. We've had some really nice messages in, some really nice feedback. So we know there's a few people listening out there. We appreciate
There's
it.
at least one listening out there. No.
There's at least one.
Is it me on repeat?
Yeah,
we are-
It's just us and our mums. That's all. So I was just a very quick kind of closing thing. So there's 7 people out there, 7 people in the world where
Nice.
the Rogue and Blasted podcast is their number 1 listened to thing on Spotify.
Oh, really?
thank-
That's quite
yeah.
cool.
Absolute
That's really,
heroes.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Heroes.
Fantastic.
Heroes have
It's
been.
further than us, though.
Awesome.
That's all
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bit, it's
That
a bit
means
shit
there's
fire
two. Cool. So yeah, thanks very much. Where can we find you guys? So James, where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at blasted.miniatures.james. Although I might be putting up some sort of poll to see if my name's going to be changed. Especially as now
Yeah.
I'm sort of
Yeah.
veering with the Imperial Fist and Nurgle, any suggestions? Dirty Fist, something like that. Let's keep it slightly clean, but on the border.
Dirty Fist is a risky one, mate.
Oh dear.
Imperial
Sorry.
Contagion.
That's good.
Ooh, That's
That's
good.
very-
That's almost too good. Yeah, nice.
What more do you
Also,
want
if you
from
use
me
it,
then?
Something less good, Connor. Give us something less good. Oh, that's good. I
Contagious
think
Fist.
that one's the winner.
Fist of Contagion.
Connor.
Oh, that's actually quite good.
Connor,
No, Fist
Connor,
of
Fist of
where can we find you?
Contagion. Yeah, that's not
Can you
bad.
stop
That's
saying
not bad.
fists, please?
You can find me at Instagram at Collins Cadre Command. You can also find me on the Rogue Miniatures website at the Rogue Fireblade blog, which will be having an update this week about all my expectations and fun things that I've done this year and all the things I haven't done this year that I would have liked to have done.
Happy days. Looking forward to that.
Woo!
So if you've got any questions or you've got a grimdark, would you rather to pitch us, even though Connor seems to be just delving into that realm, the darkness of that one, you can email those to studio@rogue-miniatures.co.uk. If you want a Rogue and Blasted t-shirt, you can get that on rogue-miniatures.co.uk. If you're a fan of battle reports and you haven't already found Daily Dice, please go and check them out. They're awesome. Do regular reports. They've got really, really nice looking armies. And Connor is making visitation to them in the new year, so look out for that one. But that's it from us. Thanks very much for joining us this episode. We'll see you next time. Ta-ra!
Hello, everyone.
Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.
Rogue transmission ending.